for Mad About Mini paper pads, as well as 30 Days of Sketches Series 14, and also Build a Page. I'm using a page kit that I put together for Build a Page. The kit building video is already up for that, so you can check it out and kind of get a little bit more information about why I picked all these different elements and, kind of put them all into this page. And then there is the master playlist down below that you can click on for 30 Days of Sketches. And that one is a playlist that you kind of click and you can follow along with everybody who is contributing all month long. So by the end of the month, there will be hundreds of videos. It's so much fun. You'll get to see so many different takes on each of the sketches. So there's a different sketch every day. They're all created exclusively for this series. And yeah, it's tons and tons of fun. So this is the sketch for day 16. It was created by Ashley, who is the scrapping nerd. And yeah, I was excited to use it. I like that there's lots of different kind of elements. There's the vertical strips going down one side. There's a nice big circle element, a nice title, multi photos. That's always really fun. And then a nice embellishment triangle. So perfect. Love, love, love the sketch. Of course, I'm kind of interpreting it within the scope of what I'm using, the products I'm using. So mine doesn't turn out quite the same, but I think I get all of the elements in there. And I love how this turned out. It's going to be a very colorful and sparkly layout. And then all of the links for everybody playing along with Mad About Mini paper pads are down below as well, so you can check that out. Every month we just have the goal of creating a layout where we're using up those mini paper pads. So whatever size they are, 6x6, 2x2, 4.5 by 6.5. What other kind of paper pads? 8x8s. The 8x6s, all those smaller than 12x12 paper pads that we have. We pull those out once a month to create something and hopefully just kind of pick up some tips and tricks and fun ideas along the way to get them used up, because you guys are probably the same as me. You have a collection of them that all look pretty and you love every piece of paper, and then you just don't grab for them as much as you should. I have to admit that I do grab for mine quite a bit because I've been working in these off sizes for the last couple of years instead of doing Project Life, where most of my full pages are 12 by 12. I've been working in 8.5 by 11 size and kind of like it's like a 12 by, I don't know, 10 size. Like, it's a weird size. And smash books, and I did a whole year of traveler's notebooks. And so in all of those smaller sized albums, I definitely use the mini paper pads a lot more. And even in Project Life, I like to use the mini paper pads to turn, especially 6x6 papers, into one 4x6 card, and then you have a chunk of the pattern that you can use to kind of embellish another card somewhere in that pocket page. So I do collect them because I really like having the smaller patterns, and just I think they're very versatile. So, but it's nice to use them up. It's nice to have the challenge of using them up, and it's really fun to see everybody's tips and advice on how to use them strategically. So this is one of my favorite techniques that I'm doing right now. I have 5 pieces of the Summer Lights collection 6x6 papers that I put into this kit because I knew I was going to use it for today for Mad About Mini paper pads, and I am killing these pages. So I cut my strips to do on the left hand side of my layout. My layout is an 8.5 by 11, so it's a smaller size and it's not a square. So I am changing things around a little bit. My circle is going to be a little bit different, and I'm only using one picture instead of the three, just because I feel like I don't have enough real estate to squish in more photos. And with this particular event, we were at Zoo Lights. All of the photos I printed, or most of the photos, not all, most of the photos I printed that I have left to scrap are 4x6. So I didn't really want to try to squish more of them on there. And take up a lot of that background page. That's a Wild Whisper background page, and what I really liked about kind of putting this page kit together was that really bold black and white wintry background, and then I pulled out Summer Lights pinks and teals and yellows and really kind of summery, fun, bright colored 6x6 papers to pair with it, because the picture is us in front of a neon light tunnel, and it's all these rainbow colors, and you can't really see it well because of the glare, but it's winter, because this is right after Christmas, and so there's there's white snow on the ground, and then we're all kind of dark because it's dark and the light is behind us, so we're kind of backlit, and of course it's night outside, so you can see how dark it is in the sky. So we're kind of black and white with the snow in the sky and us, and then these bright colors from that tunnel. And so I kind of wanted to match that with my papers. So that's what I went ahead and did. I cut those strips, and then with the rest of the papers, I matted my photos so all 5 pieces are represented behind my picture to really help it pop and stand out and get a little bit more of those colors in there. And as you saw, as I was getting larger and larger with the mats, I had to kind of piece together little bits of the frame, I guess you could say, to make sure that it went all the way around the photo. And I really like doing that with the 6x6 paper pads or pieces of paper, because it kills that whole page. So you start off, I cut my picture a little bit smaller so I could kind of have a little bit of wiggle room with that 6-inch size. But it only took, I think, 2 mats before I was having to piece things together and cut little chunks out of the center where you won't see behind the photo, so that I could go ahead and stretch those papers and kind of piece them together to get full mats around the whole picture. And I just love it. I think it turned out so good. I used some foam to build a little pocket in behind my picture, in between a couple of the layers, and then that way I can add these little tags here so I can do some journaling. Again, I can pop that in there. It's nice and hidden, and it's not taking up any real estate on the layout, because it's pretty crowded, as you can see. And so I put my strips down, only 3 of them, so that we're not trying to cram too much into that background, and you can still see the black and white background. And then here's my little pocket for some journaling. Those tags are from Martha Stewart, and they have silver on them. Then I have some puffy foam, glittery thickers, or like foam words, and so I just put "so happy" as my title. I was thinking about maybe going back in and turning into Snow Happy, but I'm okay with it just the way it is. I put this into the kit, and so I was determined to use the words that I put in there. And so that's what I went with. And then now for my circle, I've just taken all the little bits and pieces of embellishments that I put into the kit. So little words, stickers, some heart stickers, some die cuts from Heidi Swap, and then even some of the little elements on those foam word sheets. There's little X's and O's and some little arrows and things like that. I just put all of those kind of in a circular shape around the picture, and I'm just building this very kind of loose circle of fun, shimmery little bits and bobs of stuff. Most of that circle is made up of sequins, all the new sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps. You can check out my little YouTube short to see what all of the sequins are, or on my Instagram as well for all of those packs. But I'll write them all down below too so that you can see them. But I'm just taking the colors that I think match the Summer Lights collection. So the pinks and purples, yellows, mints, teals, that kind of stuff. And making a circle, just randomly going all around. So they're scattered pretty evenly. All the colors are scattered nicely, and just making that circular element all around the picture and kind of squishing it. So, it's not necessarily a perfect circle, but I think it turned out so pretty. It's so glittery and beautiful. And that is it. That is my layout for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please go and check out all of those links down below. Give everybody some love. Say hello for me. Subscribe if you haven't already. Chat with me down below in the comments. And until next time, happy scrapping. Bye.
Button, my channel.